The Rugby Championship is heating up, and the All Blacks are gearing up for a crucial clash against the Springboks, but not everyone is convinced that Scott Robertson's men are the terrifying force they once were. Enter Victor Matfield, South Africa's record cap holder and a man who knows a thing or two about high-stakes rugby. Matfield didn't mince his words when he previously questioned the All Blacks' firepower after their shocking 38-30 loss to Argentina in Wellington. The legendary lock raised some serious concerns about whether this New Zealand team can match up to the really scary All Blacks of the past. The one thing they always had were athletes that were better than other teams. Their backline players were bigger and faster than other teams. They don't have it, Matfield said on SuperSport's Final Whistle Presents side entry. If I look at the All Blacks backs, they don't have better athletes than any other team. If you compare them against South Africa, if you give our wingers the one-on-one, our wingers will be better. And Matfield didn't stop there. He went on to highlight the absence of legendary figures that once made the All Blacks backline a nightmare for opponents. There's no Tana Umaga, there's no Maya Nonu, there's no Jonah Lomu, there's no Christian Cullen. They don't have that at the moment, he added, sparking a debate about whether the current All Blacks can live up to the legacy of their predecessors. But just as quickly as he raised doubts, Matfield has since altered his stance. After the All Blacks' 42-10 demolition of Argentina at Eden Park, the Springbok icons started to see shades of the old New Zealand menace. In the second game, it felt like they were dangerous, Matfield admitted on the breakdown. I was used to the All Blacks having a back three that is really dangerous, but I felt in that first game the backline didn't really have it. The changes Robertson made between games seemed to make a difference, as Matfield observed a return to form for the All Blacks. In the second game with the changes, it felt like an all-black backline that can get over the advantage line that is really dangerous when they get the ball. They've got pace, size and everything, so it was a much better team that they picked for that second game. However, Matfield isn't resting easy ahead of this weekend's massive showdown. He knows that the All Blacks' intensity is something the Boks must be wary of, especially given his own experiences on the field. The one thing about the All Blacks is always the intensity. I can remember after 2009, when we beat them 3 times in a row, we arrived at Eden Park and they just lifted the intensity. They were there, they were quick at doing everything, Matfield recalled, a warning to his fellow South Africans that the Kiwis could ramp up the pace when it matters most. Both teams have made strides in improving their so-called weaker areas, South Africa with their attack and New Zealand with their set piece, but Matfield believes the match will come down to which side can play to their traditional strengths. Against this Bok team, if it goes from set piece to set piece, it will be a good game for South Africa. The ABs will definitely want to lift that intensity and play with pace, Matfield predicted, setting the stage for a battle of wills at Johannesburg's Ellis Park. As the Rugby Championship continues, Matfield summed up what's at stake. We always look forward to the Rugby Championship where we can measure ourselves against the All Blacks because it's the ultimate test. The question is, which All Blacks team will we see this weekend? The one that struggled against Argentina or the one that demolished them at Eden Park? Let me know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay updated with all the latest from Kiwi Rugby Update.